Hi guys, Mama Bear to Many. We are going to I'm taking you along to make lunch with me. So I bought just these packages. I got two of these packages the other day when the girls were going shopping, and I knew that Sunday I was going to be needing to make something. Wasn't quite sure. I was thinking maybe I would do this like after church, but I've had a head coldy thing and I don't want to pass that along, so I'm doing it now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I would do. Say I could just get these two steaks. That's what I have right here. But I'm going to make these two steaks feed all 14 of the people that are in our house. So I'm just going to cut this thin. I put it in the freezer for about an hour and a half. And I'm going to cut all these into thin strips. Normally, if we were just eating steaks, we would probably need at least, at least 7 of these to feed everyone. I'm thankful that we grow most of our own meat. Actually, my husband and son are butchering a cow right now. So that's awesome. So I'm just going to be throwing those into this pan right here. There's nothing in that pan. I'm just throwing them in there. These. Should have sharpened my knife beforehand. Yeah, so they're butchering a cow today, and then I will piece that up tomorrow afternoon probably. Just because our weather has been so funky, it's been unseasonably warm. So we can't leave things hanging for too long. We want them to like drop down to temperature. So I'm going to put these in here. Now, I am going to add, I had a bunch of these bags from my freezer that are just diced or sliced onions and peppers. So I'm going to add that. Let me first grab a spoon. I'm going to first grab a little, I say a little plop, but you guys are going to laugh at my little plop. A little plop of oil in there. Get this burner going. This burner is the funky one. It doesn't like the light, so I'm getting it later and lighting that. We have a propane on propane stove, which I absolutely love. I love it because if we lose power, we still have, we can still use we can use the oven and the top, which is awesome. It's not the prettiest thing to look at, but it's workable and I love it. It took some adjusting when I first started years ago cooking because I had never cooked on a gas or propane, like a flame stove. So that took a little getting used to. But now I would not want to even think about cooking on an electric stove. It's just a different type of heat. So I'm putting 4 bags in here with that oil. And then I'm going to start some rice. So I'm going to get my Instapot out. I hope it's the one that's not missing the little piece. Let's see. Yep, it has it. We lost one of the pieces on the other one. So frustrating. So I'm just going to put my Instapot right up here. And plug it in. Oh, they said they found the piece. That is awesome because I was thinking that would be so disappointing to have to get rid of an Instapot just because you couldn't find that little steam piece. Okay, so I have my Instapot here. What I'm going to do is open a bag of this rice. This rice I got, there's like $3.50 on Amazon. I'll pour that in. I'm being like totally honest here. People wash their rice. I usually don't. I probably should, but I usually don't. Nobody's ever gotten sick from it. So here's what it is. There's the reality. Okay. So my rice in there. Now can you get me some broth? Well, you can either get chicken or beef, either way. So my cabinets were empty, and I thought that they were full. They weren't. You get like 5 so we can fill the freezer. So I have this sauteing. My rice is sitting in there. I'll show you what I'm doing with the rice in there. But I'm going to use some of these. I think this bag was around $10 at Sam's Club. And inside this bag, we have 1, 2. There's 5 bags in here. I think today I'll probably use 3. So this is a blend of broccoli, sugar snap peas, carrots, red peppers, water chestnuts, baby corn, and mushrooms. Kind of bang those up a little. What happens is we live 2 hours from Sam's. So a lot of times they like melt a little bit, so they become like a block in there. So I just have to break them up beforehand. Helps for later on. So I either take chicken broth or beef broth. This is chicken broth here, home canned chicken broth. And I'm gonna grab my can opener. And open these. So this is a great way to add nutrition to your rice. So I'm adding the bag of rice, which is 2 pounds, and then I'm adding 2 quarts of broth. We all know, or most of us know, the health benefits of broth. So I'm just going to do the 2 quarts of broth. Then I'm going to take 1 and I'm going to fill it halfway with water. Then I'm going to take my coconut spoon, plop a little bit of coconut oil in there. You could use butter. That's fine. I just have the coconut oil here, but I like some sort of fat in there. And then I'm going to, this is white rice, so I'm just going to put this on, pressure cook 5 minutes. Pressure cook 5 minutes. Now this right here, saute it just a little bit. What I like to do is trying to break up some of the onions and the peppers that were in there. So I'm going to go grab some seasoning. I think I'm just going to use this today. I'm just going to use this steak seasoning. I'll use this first and I'll like saute it in the steak seasoning. And then I'll add some other things like as it gets done. So I'm just going to wait a minute and fry up the steak just a little bit before I add anything else in here. So while we're doing this, I think I'm going to I bought a bunch of carrots from Sam's. And so I'm going to grab those carrots. I'm going to can a lot of them. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of those carrots just as a side dish. be about good. And I'll grab a peeler. We probably have like 10 peelers, but 10 peelers is not enough. We really don't have 10. I think we have like 5 or 6. And like I said, this little cold is just lingering, this cough, and it's quite annoying. So we're having a birthday party this afternoon. My daughter's going to turn 5, and she is all excited. I made the cake that was on the video for Amazon. I made her that cake, and so she's seen that. And my daughter, she's clapping her hands now. My daughter yesterday had to go to the city and bring a child to a doctor's appointment, and my daughter helped the kids decorate. So their decorating is like, basically it's a high 5 party because she's going to be 5 years old. So they like traced their hands and put handprints all over and did some balloons and had fun doing that. So today my husband is butchering that cow. It's his day off. And then we're going to do a birthday party. And then we might go someplace that we could like stay and then go hunting. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do there. We might. I have to I'm playing it by ear and the weather and how much gets done today. I was trying to get some cleaning done this morning. It's really hard. Like years ago when my kids were younger, it seemed almost easier because I was home all the time. But now that my husband's back at work, I'm trying to find this new schedule of how I need to do things because I have to run about and do lots of farmy type chores along errands along with, like, I have to pick up pig food 3 times a week. And sometimes it's ready right on time. Sometimes I have to sit around waiting for an hour. It just really depends. So there's a lot more running. And then we also go to the city for doctor's appointments more often than we did before. And so it looks totally different. And I'm trying to find this place that, looks good for us. And I'm not there yet. I am struggling not being home more because the kids were used to me or dad always being home. It's kind of difficult for them, but it's also difficult because things don't get done when mom's not home. So I'm trying to go through my home and organize a lot better than it was, minimize a lot of things. I just went through like the little kids' clothes. It used to have the system that I had been using had been working for years, but all of a sudden it's not working. And, I can't find, we wear like pants underneath. And people are missing like leggings and people are missing underpants or whatever. And so our former system is not working anymore. So when something is not working in any area of your life, it's time to reassess and figure out how it can work better. Those can go to the bunny. So that's what I'm currently doing. I'm trying to reassess how it can work better or how it can look differently in order to run my household better. In a way, you kind of have to look at at running a household, not as a business. I don't want to say a business because it's not a business, but like all your tasks that need to get done as a business, like prioritizing what needs to get done first, what's top priority, like I prefer a clean house, but when it comes to feeding people or taking care of animals, then feeding people and taking care of animals always come first in our household. So it just depends on like what your system looks like. Again, it can. So some things that I want to change, or that I started changing, was the little kids' clothes. I actually set them up so that they will each have the same-ish outfit. On regular days. Normally I only like match them if we're going out someplace, but it's been hard for me to figure out what clothes people have been taking, like things out of the dirty clothes and wearing things out of the dirty clothes, or just, I don't know, it's just been a mess. So I'm trying to reinvent the wheel there. So I basically have baskets that I'm leaving out with their clothes that I can hand to them in the morning times. This will also ensure that people are actually changing their underclothing, because sometimes when you're 4, that's not your top priority. So trying to do that, I went through all the going out clothes as well and decided that so we have going out clothes that are matching. Like if we're going to like an event, I like to try to have people matching so that I can spot them easily. So we have those types of things, but then we also have like if somebody's going to the store with mom that wouldn't necessarily need to be matching clothes, and I don't really want to ruin like the things that actually match. So what I ended up doing is I like rubber banded around the matching outfits around the hangers, and then the other ones that they can just choose if they're like coming to the store with me, I left out of the rubber bands so they know that that's like available for them to wear, or I know, or whoever's getting clothes will know that's available for them to wear. I'm thinking that I need to just lessen some items. I feel like I'm doing tons of laundry with towels, and because we don't use paper towels or anything like that, it's all reused and we wash it. But I feel like we're just using a towel for maybe somebody will like dry their hands and then put in the dirty clothes. And I really don't want to having to do all that laundry. I could probably do a load a day just of towels, and I don't want it to be like that because most of those towels aren't actually dirty. I want them to become actually dirty before I use them. Before I wash them. So I'm trying to figure out a plan for that. Any suggestions, I'd be happy to hear. I used to sell my soap in a store, and the store switched the soap over to another store, but that lady just sold out. And I really didn't want the soap to take on, to be under the new ownership without really knowing them and not really knowing like how the sale would work. So I decided to take my soap out of the store. So I picked up all that soap, and then I evaluated the soap that I had here at home, and then I put a good price to pass along some savings to local people for that. So that's all tidied up for the most part. That's what we worked on this week. I don't know, if you have a large family and you have to be on the run a lot, give me some tips and tricks, because I'm feeling like I'm just spread thin between going and staying. And it's not really an option for us to not be going. I have 3 daughters, though. They're in some form of the process of getting their license, so that will be helpful once they do.
I'm gonna get my own pillow for when we camp.
We'll talk to Cheyenne about that. So I don't.
Cheyenne already got older kid pillows.
Okay, well I'll see what pillows Cheyenne got.
There's a brown one.
So they are talking about pillows because we're probably going to end up camping to go hunting like that. And she's trying to decide if she needs to pack her pillow. Okay, so this is how done it is. I don't know if you can see that or not. Pretty much the steak is cooked through. And what I'm going to do is get a couple ingredients and then I'll show you what it's done.
That's not what NS Mom, I really do not use a pillow because there's lots of pillows what people can use.
Okay, I'm not worried about your pillows right now. We'll worry about the pillows when we're getting ready to go. I will have you put what needs to be put wherever it needs to be put. Okay, I'm just going to add some. Now, I already added some seasoning in there, so I'm going to add some coconut aminos. And then some Worcestershire sauce. And then some ketchup. Okay, now I'm going to show it to you. See how it just made a sauce right there? The steam might be a hard time. So you can see it has like a sauce with the onions and peppers. I think I'm gonna grab some garlic too. So I'm gonna grab garlic and then I'm gonna add those vegetables. Can someone go grab me some garlic? Actually, where is the garlic that I had in that jar? No. We might have moved this the other person. Okay. They're gonna look for garlic. I'm gonna take these 3 bags of veggies. I'm just gonna do like a rough count. Let me think. If these bags would probably be $2 each if that full bag was 10. So 2, 4, 6. And then the steak would be 13. So that would be 19. Onions and peppers were from the garden. So 19 we're at. This is the garlic. So basically it's our garlic and it has we just crushed it and then put oil in with it in the food processor, and that's what we used. So I gotta get a spoon. So let's see, we're at 19. Then we have the rice, which would be, let's see, 23. 23. And then the other condiments and stuff, so maybe 25. And then the carrots, 20. So for under $30 to have like a steak meal, I think that's pretty good. Obviously, if you weren't buying organic grass-fed steak, then you could get it a lot cheaper than what I just did. But this will be plenty to feed our family and possibly even have leftovers for a meal or two. I'm just going to cook this for a couple minutes. I'll show it to you. See? Now, you do not have to put this on top of rice. Another way to do this, and you didn't have to do carrots. I'm just using the carrots because I really was thinking that I wanted carrots with some butter and maple syrup, just because I was deciding that that's what I wanted. So whatever you choose to do, but really you have so many vegetables in here, and then you have the rice, and you're going to make like a full dish with that. You could also maybe make like cassava tortillas if you wanted to, and put that put this mix with rice and this into like a tortilla and have it like that. If you're having dairy, you could do like cheese and whatever. If you're not doing dairy, then you could do like just salsa on top of it and make some wraps like that, maybe some lettuce. There's so many different options to do with that, but that's about, if it's $28, let's see, it's about $2 per person. 14 is 20, yeah, about $2 per person for the meal, but we'll actually probably get more than just that as far as servings go, because that's quite a bit. There's probably going to be enough for to mix with some leftovers another day. So I'd probably say if you were doing like breaking it down by servings, you'd probably have about 18 servings here with 2 steaks. So be like $1, I don't know, $1.50, $1.75. Okay, do you not like me? I'm not sure what is going on. If somebody might have a race issue. So anyway, what I will try to do, my laptop has been weird and not allowing me to like cut into videos, but I did delete a bunch of things off. So what I'm going to try to do is I'll try to take a picture of a plate of what we were doing and then actually break it down per serving and then drop that below. Or drop that, not below, at the end. Okay? Thanks. Okay, ready to serve lunch. So, our rice from the Instapot. And then these are carrots with, I should have done maple syrup and butter. I was just being lazy about butter today. So this is maple syrup and a little bit of coconut oil. And then the other day I had one of the girls try to make this gluten-free bread recipe. I had made it once and it came out really good. So I thought that I would have them try it. And I have to grab, can somebody grab me a spoon? A big wooden one? No, just a small one. So it actually does come out good. This is a couple days old. It is 2 days, I think, old, and it's still good compared to all the other ones that we have tried. This one is really good and it tastes really good. So, and then this is homemade mango and strawberry jam. So yeah, I mean, a nice full meal. A nice full meal using just those 2 little steaks and just spread it out and make a yummy meal. Yeah, talk to you later.